Alright guys, we're all set up right here on this house wash. Everything's all set up, got the yard signs out, the cones out. You already know, safety first. Got a new worker, the other one quit. That's a whole story. But you can see up here, let me zoom in for you guys. All that is just, oh come on, there we go. All that is just really bad. And it goes all the way up there. So because it's really cold, well, it's not really cold, but it's still cold out. It's like 40, 42, 43 right now. Over here you guys will see it's really bad too. These are the only two bad sides. The other sides are dirty, but they're not like horrible. Because I was saying, because it's really cold. You can see it was starting to grow lichen. You can see the circles already. So on that top part, I'm just gonna get the ladder out and do that like bottom side with the pump up sprayer, because I don't feel like getting out the soft wash pump just to do that little section. I think it's small enough where if we just take out the ladder, which we already got it right there, and walk that little area, we can just do it with a soft, oh come on, the camera does not want to cooperate today. So that's how we're gonna do it, just with a pump up sprayer, just that area, and then everything else on the siding should be fine with just the downstreaming of the pressure washer. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm training again, so I won't be able to film much, but I'll try to capture as much as I can. I have this house wash, and then we have 2 more estimates, and then I do have a callback. He said that there was a lot of bleeding on the house, so we're gonna go check it out. It rained the last 3 days, so I feel like there's gonna be nothing on the house, but we're gonna go back, check it out. I want the customer to be happy. And I mean, it was a house that we did with the new employee, well, the previous new employee, the one that quit. So hopefully it wasn't a side that I did, because I'll be mad at myself. And if it was his side, then I mean, it's fine. There was nothing bad. The house came out really clean. I did the walk around with the customer. He was happy. Just after we left, he said there was some spots that were bleeding, so we're gonna go check that out. I want the customer to be happy, and if we have to, we'll go ahead and rinse it too. All right, so I'll go ahead and get started now. Okay, so as I stated, my previous worker quit. It's been really tough trying to hire somebody. I started trying to hire somebody towards the end of winter. I put a post up on Indeed, and I got a bunch of applicants. You get so many types of applicants, right? Like, it's a wide variety of applicants. Some were qualified, some were overqualified. So I think I had, in a 2-week span, I think I had 50 applicants. I reached out to 10 of them. 4 of them got back to me. I scheduled 3 interviews, and only 1 showed up to the interview. And it wasn't even an in-person interview. It was just a virtual interview. Well, since that was the only guy that showed up, I was like, I'll give him an opportunity. I gave the job to him, and he ghosted me. Literally nothing. Couldn't get him on a phone call, no text message, no emails, just ghosted me. So then the time came where I had to do my services, and I was freaking out. I was like, I don't want to go another year where it's just me. And yes, I do have my brother, but my brother really only helps me when he's out of school, and he's still in school. So he's only able to help me about, I would say, 2.5, 3 months. And I really need someone for the full season. So finally, I just did whatever I could. I don't know what got into me. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go check out some of these Facebook pages. So I started looking around in the Facebook pages, and I found somebody that was looking for a job. I offered him the job, which is the guy that you saw in the previous video. He worked with me for a week and a half. He had never worked outside, so it was fine. It didn't bother me. He wanted to work, which is the type of person that I was looking for. I was training him, and I could see that he wasn't struggling, but that I guess it looked like he really didn't like it. Like, he would work, he wouldn't complain. a nice guy and everything. I treated everybody with respect, so I wasn't being rude or nothing. I mean, I understand I needed to be patient and train him. I knew that. But the last day that he worked with me, it was cold. It was about 40 degrees and it was really windy, and then it started raining. I think it rained on us for about 15-20 minutes right at the end, right when we were almost done. And I can tell that day he wasn't like happy. It's like, hey man, like we're gonna have days where the weather is just really bad. Right now it's cold, in the summer it's gonna be really hot, and in the fall it's gonna get cold again. We just gotta dress accordingly. And it's nothing bad. I mean, we work with water already. Like we get wet if it rains. I mean, if it's light rain, we still work. It's not really a problem. Yeah, I text him. I was like, hey, we work tomorrow at so and so. He's like, yeah, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna go anymore. And I was like, oh man. I was like, great, here we go again. And he basically just let me know that. Well, actually, no, he didn't let me know nothing. He's ghosted me. But I texted him back. I was like, hey, well, I still owe you your money. No, I don't want to just take away your hours. Like, I'm not that type of person. He's like, okay, thanks. But he didn't answer my other questions of why he was quitting. I was asking him, oh, did I do something? Just let me know so that it can help me in the future. Um, Anything. But he didn't answer. So then I hired this new guy. I found him the same way, actually. It just so happened that he was looking for a job as well, and I was like, hey, if you want to work, you can come work with me. And he said, yeah. So this was his first job, this first time recording as well. So be nice about his recording. I'm sure he'll get better. But yeah, it's just been a struggle. I did end up paying the other guy. I had to call him 2 times. Call him the first time, he didn't answer. I called him a second time. I was like, you know what? He doesn't answer. He probably doesn't want his money. He did answer. I gave him the money. I was like, hey, thanks for your help. Thanks for everything. And I asked him, I was like, how come you don't want to keep working with me? He said, oh, I've always worked indoors and I want to work indoors again. I didn't really like working outdoors. He said he had always worked in restaurants, so he's going to try to go look for a restaurant job, which is fine. But yeah, it's been tough. I'm going to keep going at it. I mean, I'm sure I'll learn new things. It was tough when I started pressure washing, and now that I'm growing, I need a worker with me. It's just things that I'm gonna have to learn, so I have to be patient. I mean, whatever I learn along the way, I'll share it with you guys. Right now, it's been hard trying to find a worker, and I just been having to think outside the box to find a worker. So, yeah, if you guys can't hire somebody through Indeed, try other channels, man. I've asked around, I asked family members, and it just so happened that I found somebody both times through Facebook. I think I got lucky. So yeah, let's get back into this video. Alrighty, and that's a wrap. We're all done. I just got done speaking with the customer. Look at how nice and clean it's up there. Let me zoom in. Oh, look at that. There's a little bit of moss, but obviously that's gonna fall with some rain later on. And it's still wet a little bit, but all good, all nice and clean. Over here where it was the dirtiest spot, looks brand new too. The customer said he really loved how it looked. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but he's selling the house, so that's why he wanted to get this done, so it helps them sell it fast. But yeah, everything came out nice and good. I won't go in the back because they have a dog and I'm not sure if he's out yet. Oh, look at that, I almost forgot the tape. ¿Puedes agarrar ese tape de ahí, por favor? Yeah, everything came out nice and clean. I'm leaving my yard sign right there. Didn't run into any issues. The only thing was that an inspector showed up because they're selling the house, so he was inspecting the house. That was the only thing. So that's it for the video, guys. Just a quick summary. I did go to that callback. I wiped down about 3 spots. Everything was pretty good and clean. The customer let me know that after it was done raining, he came outside and saw that everything was gone and that it looked clean. I talked to him. He was understanding. He was really cool. A great customer. So yeah, I was happy that everything turned out great. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.